It's just a quick one before I got so rudely cut off. Peat contains lignin. Peat is derived from, this is sphagnum peat, it's derived from sphagnum, the actual moss itself. Yet all the books say that sphagnum contains no lignin. So how do you get lignin in something that comes from the original progenitor material that has no lignin in it? How do you end up with lignin? Of course, whether the test for lignin is actually picking up something else, I don't know. Just a colour check on the blue. At least it's blue. I think we have problems with purple, all these modern Posca purples. But anyway, so that's it basically. See how we go. Oh, don't expect too much from this. I suppose because of Mono and... Not Mono, what's his name? Mobile, I keep getting his name wrong. I should eventually, if this one there with the coir works out, I'll have to go to do cut up pine needles, I suppose, and see if we can do one with cut up pine needles. It might be the bee's knees, you never know. Bit strong at first, but it might work out in the end. So anyway, just a short one to get that message across about sphagnum apparently containing no lignin, yet the resultant material, the sphagnum peat, is high in lignin apparently. So where does the lignin or whatever's triggering the test for lignin is accumulating over the the normal course of life to extinction when it becomes becomes humidified or the humicified, I don't know, whatever the word is, but anyway, they've got all these books in the book. They have all this verbiage in the books, but they don't have the answers, do they? No. A lot of verbal knowledge, but no real, and some speculation, but they don't really have. Put it this way: where was the book on the shelf of the Bentley Library when I was growing up? That would have been nice if you had a book you could just pull off the shelf, and it would tell you why the southwest of Western Australia had the most carnivorous plants in the world, why they grew bigger, faster, and more colourful than any others on the planet, and this is why, and you can do it too, sort of thing. And these are all the pitfalls, these are all the pluses, these are all the pitfalls. So you follow this pathway, these are all the pluses that we're building on from nature, on and beyond nature, sort of thing. So we know what's going on in nature, and then science can tweak all the variables, because out in nature it's all random, of course, it's all thrown about, you get the geology you get, sort of thing, and you have to grow up around it and adapt and evolve around those sort of conditions, sort of thing, adapt specifically to those conditions, to a certain degree, I suppose, but what are those conditions? I still don't think, either they, I don't know, I can't work out whether they don't know or they have worked it out years ago and it's a bit of a Mickey Mouse game, sort of thing, and they're playing silly buggers with you. The whole horticultural industry in this part of the hemisphere has grown up to be a bit of a cheats game, a bit of they hide the shell game, sort of thing, hide the pea. The pea's never really there, it's sort of like, it's sort of like a shell game, sort of thing. First of all, you think they're moving the pea around, and eventually find out they're not even the pea's not even there. The allure of the pea. Maybe that's what the title of this clip should be. The allure of the pea. You think, eventually one day I'm going to get the pea, but the horticultural industry isn't actually even putting the pea under the shell. It's not even there. They're just moving you around. Back in the 90s, they were selling, what was it? 25 million fly traps out in Europe. I've got that in writing from the man himself. Now it's probably around about 50 million. That's what people say online, and that's just the fly traps. They are selling other things now, and they're probably selling to other parts of the planet. It's not just Europe. Do you think they're just selling them for €1 each? Yeah, I know. So it's probably a $1 billion industry today. You could piss off a lot of people if you actually got onto the secret. And, so people actually bought their fly traps, they took them home and they actually grew, and they didn't have to go back for another one next year. There's an actual book on the Bentley Library that told you what was going on and what they got up to and how they manipulated the system. So you were just spending your money and it was just like money for jam. You were just handing them over your money and not really getting anything in return. You thought you were getting something in return, but really you had no chance whatsoever, really. Very little chance to succeed. We'll see him again next year for another fly trap, another picture plant. Yeah, it was getting like that. That's why I kept telling people, the answer will come out of the land down under, because the answer is here, and you got the imperative from down here to actually get to the answer, sort of thing. Because I think we've been pissed off for so many years that there wasn't a book on the Bentley on the shelf of the Bentley Library. Okay, well that's it for this clip. Turned a very short clip into a slightly longer one. Okay, see ya.